Okay, so to assemble our cowl, I'm just gonna take, this is my finish edge and this is my start edge. And if you notice on the starting edge, we have 1 row of single crochet, so it doesn't exactly match up. When you're sewing it, we're gonna just be sewing through the matching tips. So I'll show you what I mean by that. Take your darning needle, and I left a very long string after I finished off. And I'm just going to thread my needle. Okay, so I have these folded properly, and I'm just going to look at the edge. So this corner matches this corner. I'm going to be stitching through that. This piece here, I'm going to try and make sure that I'm matching it up to the bottom of this one. So I know that this shell and this shell match up. I'm just gonna kind of roughly do it because, you know, it's not gonna be perfect because of the way the shells are going. I'm just gonna try my best to sew through the matching sides. So here we go. Again, we have a straight edge and then we have a non-straight edge. So I'm just doing my best to make it look nice. Maybe I'll fold it a little bit up. I'm not going to stress about it too much. Just make a secured stitch here. You could also use a stitch marker here to hold the proper edges together, but I just I'm roughing it. So, and that's okay. You can also do that. So I'm just noticing where this shell and this shell would go together. And we're just going to do a whip stitch all the way across, making sure to straighten out my edges. You could take you could use your crochet hook to crochet this together, but I am not going to do that. I'm just going to use a sewing needle. If it was 2 straight edges, then I definitely would do that, but it's a little more complicated when you have 2 different edges to deal with. Okay, I'm just going to continue all the way along and making sure that I'm lining up the proper stitches together, and I'll meet you when we get to the end. Okay, so I made it to the end and I tied off with the starting string. You don't have to do that. You could just do a regular sewing tie off. And I'm going to take a second and just weave my yarn back through some of the stitches here. It looks a little bit rough on this side, but I'm going to be flipping it inside out, so this is going to be the wrong side. In this one, you can have any side be the wrong side because it's a repeating stitch back and forth, so that's convenient. Just going to shove this through here and cut it off. There we go. That should be enough. It won't come out. And the other one, I'm going to sew that one in a little bit too and then snip it off. Just going to weave this one in a little bit too, not too much, it doesn't matter. Like I did do a knot in this, so it should not come out. And that's a pretty tight spot where I wove it in here. Clip that off. We're going to just invert it. And the good thing about this variegated yarn is it kind of abruptly changes anyway. So where I've sewn it together, you know, it's a quick change from one color to the other, but that's okay because down here, where it changed by itself without me sewing, it does that. So it looks natural, it looks good. Let's spread it out. And there's your finished infinity scarf / cowl. Beautiful little pattern here, nice easy single row repeat. And I mean, you could do that relatively quickly. Thank you for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share with your friends. Let's get more people walking around in beautiful, simple cowls like this. Thank you very much. Bye.